but you're on.
Oh, now I'm on. Okay. Well, hey, we're back at Hoagie's Garage, and as the norm, I'm going to run through our sponsors real quick. We have Hawk Wings out of Jackson, Minnesota. Pretty much they'll build you a wing for whatever kind of car you want to put it on, I believe. Rapid Graphics out of Rock Rapids, Iowa. Get your cars lettered, get your signs made. Mount Tabor Cabinetry out of Central Pennsylvania with Chris Fissel. Did I say that right?
Yep.
I think so. Okay. Morning Sun Marketplace, also out of Central Pennsylvania with Rick and Sue Fritz. 3 football field sized buildings of flea market stuff. It's kind of cool. I got to see it. My Race Pass, if you don't have it, you need to get it. That's all I can say. S2F or Start to Finish.
I actually have that pulled up
You got
tonight.
it pulled up this week? We're
Yep.
way ahead of the game.
Yep,
Anyway,
absolutely.
what do they got on this week, bud?
So Power Eye is on October 3rd at Lee County Speedway, and then there's another race, the how you say that word, Tobe?
Rojo?
Rojo Rumble.
Yep, we'll go with that.
And then they have
That's
3
in
more.
Port City.
And then they have 3 more races on October 4th. So
Atomic and Lee County and Port City again.
But
With the
then,
Rojo Rumble.
but then they keep going. October 9, 10, 11, 18, 18, 24, 25,
Into
27,
November.
8,
All the way
November
into
20.
December.
So a lot of
races
tracks
to watch
are
out.
going down, but on S2F you can still watch a ton of races.
All right. Houston Speedway for everything they do around here. Great track. Turn 2 Lodge. Don't need it now. Racing season's over in Knoxville, but literally right outside of Turn 2 in
But if you're
Knoxville,
gonna go through the Hall of Fame,
going to the Hall of Fame, good
it's
place you can
literally
walk.
right
You
there.
can walk across the street, basically. About a block walk, I would
Yep.
say, maybe. Kaiser Wheels. They make brakes now and wheel balancer things. Be Wiser by Kaiser.
Yeah,
And I didn't even look at my note, bud.
I know you're
I'm
getting
getting good at this. Fulkins Brothers Trucking for all they do for us, for me, and everything else that they do for racing.
Finally, after 3 years, you're getting good at this.
No, it ain't happening. We're just getting lucky. Heartland Hardware and Appliance out of Brandon, South Dakota, George, Iowa, and Hayward, Iowa. Hero Haven for everything that they do for the vets and first responders. And then last but not least, we always want to throw out the Lumber Lounge and Garage and Bench Racing with Snow and Shane.
We're competing with him tonight.
Oh, we're competing tonight with him. He's on again. Ah, damn. Oh well, we'll lose half our 27 viewers, bud.
Yeah.
Now what are you doing? Did you screw something up?
I forgot to push a button.
Oh man. So now they didn't get any of this my rambling.
You speak loud enough. I guarantee you they heard it.
Okay, then we're in luck. So, anyways, now it's Bud's part of the show. I'm going to try and pull this up so we can watch ourselves. Is that all right?
Something's not good.
Uh-oh, something ain't working. Hang on, folks. We're working on it.
Why is this?
Oh, technical difficulties.
Try
the what?
Maybe I don't.
Hang in there, Cap. We'll get to you eventually.
Okay.
Heck, we already got 17 people watching, bud. We're already over our limit.
I got double green.
Oh, you're winning. We're winning. My God, that's why we got my technical advisor over here helping me.
Freaking football coach. I'm not a.
Well, you're a better technical advisor than I am. Hold on, now our camera moved. Oh, no, we're back. You must have been wiggling it around. We came back. All right, we're back. We're good. Go ahead, bud.
Hey, we're at Hoagie's Garage, and we have Cap Henry on tonight. So sorry about all that, Cap. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We're
Thank
doing a lot
God
better
he's
now.
Still here. He's probably like, I'm getting off of this freaking show.
These guys don't know shit.
Oh, Cap, where are you living these days? Where are you from?
I live in Republic, Ohio, about 10, 15 minutes from Attica Raceway Park.
Oh, that's handy.
It is, especially when you're at Attica every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Can't go wrong with that.
how far are you from the other tracks you mainly race at then?
I'm probably about 25, 30 minutes from Fremont. And then, we're actually pretty centrally located. We're able to do Ohio Speed Week minus, 1 or 2 tracks. None of them are more than 2 hours away.
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
my
go home at
gosh.
night.
Yeah.
I didn't realize quite that Ohio tracks were that close together, say.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of them are kind of in a pretty tight area, minus Atomic and some of the tracks down south. The rest of them are all fairly close.
Oh, that works
So-
out good then.
So how do they get all the races in? I
You
mean,
guys
are
hear me?
some competing with each other on nights?
What's that?
On the weekly shows. Are they competing against each
no.
other? Or?
So some do, like Sharon, Wayne County, and Fremont will typically compete against each other on Saturday nights, but Attica's the only one that runs on Fridays.
Okay.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
Yeah. And then if
Yeah,
they got
it's-
different classes or whatever, that always makes a difference too.
Yeah, like Attica runs late models and 305s every week. Fremont runs 305s and dirt trucks, and then modifieds and front wheel drives and stuff like that are kind of spread out among the other tracks.
Okay.
Super.
So now we had this discussion early, and we've had you on before, but let's just go back. It's been, I'm going to say 2 years because otherwise I would have remembered. Yeah, let's go with that story.
Yeah. Whatever.
Give us a brief rundown quick on how you got started. I mean, did you start in the go-kart world like the modern seems to be, or how did you get started into racing, and kind of briefly run us through what you
Yeah,
did
I
up till
started
now?
go-kart racing when I was a little, probably when I was 5 or 6 years old. There was like a little backyard go-kart dirt oval down the street from my my grandma and grandpa's house, and I would hear it on Sundays when they'd be racing, and finally taking me, and we got to go down there and watch, and started go-kart racing. Go-kart raced all the way until roughly 2005, 2004, somewhere in there. I ran a handful of Kenyan midget races at Speedrome in Indiana. Then after that, I was shifter kart racing out on the West Coast quite a bit, and then that deal kind of came to an end, and wasn't really sure what I was going to do anymore. Kind of came to a point in the career, didn't really know the right direction to go. And my dad was sponsoring Craig Mintz at the time. And Craig and his dad had just recently moved up into the 410 division, and they actually let me start racing their 305 at Sandusky Speedway on pavement, because at the time you had to be 16 to run on dirt around here. So I could run on pavement when I was 14. So that's how I got started sprint car racing.
That seems a little backwards to me, but
I got to jump back just a little bit.
Yep.
Well, first I'm going to say, hey, Fritz, he's watching, and Larchwood Slick is watching. But anyways, you said shifter carts. I almost said that badly.
you did say.
No, I didn't. I corrected myself. You shifter carts in California. What? Explain to me, what's a shifter cart? Just where you got a transmission, or what? Is it that obvious?
Yeah. So they have so you run them on. I was running them on road courses. So like I started off running what was called a 60cc shifter cart. It had a Kawasaki KX60 motor, basically right off of a dirt bike.
Okay.
And then the next step after that was we would run 80cc's, which were at the time pretty much Hondas and Yamahas. And yeah, it was road courses, and they had the 6-speed transmission right off the dirt bike. We ran a handful of car tracks, and we'd do 105, 110 down the straightaways.
I was going to say they're remarkably quick, I bet, when you take them dirt bike motors and put them on a go-kart.
Yeah, they were super fast. They were a lot of fun.
Because we had a lot of fun with a 5-horse Briggs.
And how old were you?
Oh God, I was like 12, 13 years old.
So 100 mile an hour at 12 or 13. I don't know if I've done 100 mile an hour yet, and I'm going to be 59 next month.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So you started in kind of 305 on dirt, or no, on
Pavement.
asphalt.
Come on, bud. Pay attention to the man.
That's
talking.
what I meant to say. It's
Yeah,
just
I knew
that
you
dirt came out of my mouth. But how'd that go, and how'd you keep moving up?
They went well. Well, I say that, but I crashed like my second race ever. And that should have been a sign for my career. But it went well. So when right before I turned 16, we started running dirt at Fremont, and then started running Attica. We won, I think in 2007 or 2008, I won a pair of features in the 305. By 2009, I had moved up to the 410s, and then 2010 was when I was my first year on the All-Star Tour, and after that was when we traveled more and raced more, and it's led into what we have today.
Awesome.
So, like in 2010, when you started doing All-Stars, is that your own car? Were you riding for somebody? How did that all look?
So 2010 to 2013, I was in my family-owned car. 2014, I kind of bounced around a lot. I drove the B-Dubs car for a handful of races. I raced for Stan Cortad with his 9X car a couple times. And then I drove the Gensman 53 car for, I think, about half a season. I ran the Oaks Brother 1X car out at Knoxville for the Nationals that year. And then 2015, I ran the Gensman car, the Gensman 53 car primarily, ran that for that season. And then I got into the Coomer 21 car at the end of that year. 2016, I jumped in, ran the Coomer car full time on the All-Star deal again. 2017, I'm trying to remember. It's been such a long time at this point.
No, you're doing amazing. I'm just saying. This is really good.
2017, I started the year out in the B-Dubs car again, running my second stint in that car. Drove that car until about roughly June-ish. And then I started running the Lane Racing 4 car. I also ran Stan Cortad's 9X car a couple times in there. And then I drove the Lane Racing car from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. At the end of 22 is when Zach and I got fired from that deal. And then I've been driving the Jeff Ward 33 since.
Okay. So for a little while there, you had a long stint with the one car, but for a little while there, it was pretty much have seat will travel the way it sounded.
Yeah. I had a pair of seats that had a whole bunch of holes in them. Let's put it that way.
Bolt into different frames and whatnot, I suppose.
Yeah, it got to the point where they'd almost fit in anything without a drill bit.
Oh, that's pretty good. When you raced for your own family, what number was that and why that number?
So the car, it started off, the car was 04. And that actually came from my shifter cart days. So I always ran the number 4 when I was a kid. And then it became 04 when I started shifter cart racing because they reserved numbers 1 through 10 for the guys that finished in those spots in the points the previous year. Okay. But you could put a 0 in front of your number and you were fine.
Okay.
So that just kind of transferred all the way into my sprint car years. And then in 2012, with my family-owned car, the car switched to number 54. And that was in honor of my uncle who had passed away in 2011. His number when he ran Formula cars was 54, so I used it, in honor of him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, now you need to clarify Formula cars.
So they ran, my uncle ran what was called Formula Atlantic, and my dad ran what was called Formula Continental. They were an SCCA open wheel road course car, basically a stepping stone to like IndyCar. Okay. They were a small open wheel car with like a 4-cylinder. I think it was either a Ford or a Hart engine in them. But that was what both of them raced.
Okay, cool. So you've been involved in racing pretty much since you were born, then.
Yeah. So my grandpa raced SCCA, production cars, road-based cars. My dad and my uncle both raced SCCA road course stuff. And then, yeah, I've raced go-karts since I was 5.
So there's other Henrys racing 410 cars. Are they any relation?
I mean, I always call Caleb Henry cousin Caleb, but no, we're not related at all.
Yeah, I was just curious on that.
Yeah, well, it never hurts to ask, bud, because we probably might have asked that before and we don't know. We can't remember. So okay, so now we're up to say this year. Now, we discussed that a little bit beforehand, but you had an amazing year in the Ohio region.
Yeah, we've had a really good year. So we've run, I think I figured it out the other day, we've run like 42 races. We've won 17. It was like 32 top 5s, like 35 top 10, 17 quick times. I think my crew chief actually told me the other night that we've like 50% of the races we've run first or second.
Really? Wow.
That's outstanding. What's been the difference this year?
I mean, since we got in this car, we've been really good. 2018 2023, we won 11 races and 3 track titles. 2024, we won, I think, 9 races and 2 track titles and the Ohio Speed Week title. I think this year we just we started out really strong, which is not always what we do. Kind of sometimes we start off a little bit just average and kind of get going. And we started the year off winning the first race right out of the gate, and just managed to keep it up all year long. Part of that success, I'm going to give credit, or where I feel it's due. Gary Griff, our engine builder, has done a really good job over the off season, making sure our engines were really top notch. And that also goes into the car owner, Jeff Ward. He's, really put into the program, made sure we had everything we needed to be successful. And then, we've got some really good partners. Doug Berryman, our shock guy, does, a phenomenal job with our shocks and making sure that we've got what we need and, we feel we're comfortable. My crew chief, Zach Myers, just does an awesome job every time the race car goes to the racetrack. He always gives me cars that I'm confident in and can drive well. And, having that confidence when you get there, from the time the trailer gate goes down is, huge. When you feel confident, you're going to do a good job. So it's just all those little things have combined to just put together what's been a phenomenal season.
Absolutely, yeah. If you can get 2 track championships and a series championship and everything all in one year, I would call that a hell of a year. Plain and simple. Yeah, that's impressive.
So, say the person again that takes care of the motors, and what actual motor are you running?
So we run, Gary Griff is who takes care of our engines. He is the engine builder. Now him and Paul Kistler are pretty good friends, depending on the day, I should say. But Paul Kistler does a lot to really help us out. Does a lot of machine work. A lot of times supplies parts for us. So between those two, we've got just a bunch of really good running engines.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's important.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Especially if, doesn't do any good to have a motor that runs real good for 2 weeks, then blows up. You want something that, to win the championships, you got to be consistent.
Yep.
Because what Caleb Johnson won the track championship at Houston last year, never won a feature.
Yep.
But finished in the top 5 consistently about every week. And, that's huge.
Yeah.
So, is it safe to assume then that you'll be in the same car for next year after you had this good of a year?
Yeah. Me and Zach are both going to return to the Jeff Ward Motorsports 33W. Plans to run kind of a similar schedule again this year. We're having fun doing what we're doing. Our car owners enjoying what we're doing. So it fits what's going on. We can go race. We've raced 45 times this year, and I think minus a handful of them, we've gotten to sleep in our own bed every night. So it's pretty fun.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. When you ain't driving 10 hours to the next race quick a minute, it does. I'm sure that makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah. Going home every night, getting to see your significant others, pretty nice. Makes her happy, so that's always important.
Always it's important to keep the wife happy because mine's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
I can say what I want because I know mine's not. But
well, say it then, bud. Come on.
I'm good. So this year though, you won Fremont, you won Attica, and something else.
ASCS.
Right?
Yes. The Attica Fremont Championship Series. I had to think about what it was called. Yeah. We won all 3 of those this year.
That's pretty awesome. Is that the first time you've won all 3? Or
no, this is the second time I've won all 3. I did it in 2023. Last year we did not win the Fremont title, and we did it again this year. And it's actually pretty cool. There's only 2 of us that have ever won all 3. Byron Reed did it back when it was the AFCS deal was the Fast Series, when it was just strictly between Attica and Fremont. So he did it once, and me and the 33W team now have done it twice. So that's actually pretty special.
That's really cool.
That really is. That really is. Do you have any more plans this year of doing any racing?
We are going to go race at one of your sponsors' events. We're going to go run Atomic, so you can watch that on start to finish this weekend.
Okay.
And I think that's probably going to end up wrapping up our season.
Okay.
That's good.
Is that Friday, Saturday, both nights, or what is
That's
it?
going to be just Saturday.
Just Saturday? Okay. We got to keep notes for that so we can get it put on a TV.
I got that right down
Yep.
there.
Oh, you got it
October
right there,
4
bud.
at Tom.
Do I need to write it down, though, so we remember it?
We're still not going to remember it.
I
but
know.
I'm sure
we'll
we'll find
the
it.
note.
But we'll find it.
Yeah,
So,
well, Jared will look it up for us.
yeah. We have a list of every race that's on. So.
Yeah, just got to look through them all. So it's amazing that way. So
What would you say is your favorite racetrack?
Man, I hate when people ask that question.
no, pick a track you've never been to.
I'll give you a top three. My top three favorite racetracks are probably Lincoln, Pennsylvania, Waynesfield Raceway Park here in Ohio, and then Huset's Speedway. I haven't been to Huset's in like 12 years now, but I always loved going there, and seeing it, all the money they've put into it now, it looks awesome. And at some point, I'd really like to get back.
Well, you're more than welcome to come, and then we can stop and say hi, because I'll guarantee if they're racing at Houston, we're going to be there.
It's just a tad bit of a tow for us, unfortunately.
Well, it's a bit, yes. But, if you tow on the right weekend, you can race for 4 days while you're here.
We can race for 7 here, and it doesn't always mean I want to.
Well, I'm just trying. I'm trying to find a reason for you to go.
It's good effort. It's good effort. What's that?
We're just trying to get you to come to Houston, that's all.
Yeah, I'd like to. Every time they put up those big money races, we look at, and I'm like, man, I'd love to go back out there again. But someday it'll happen. Just not this year.
Hey, my house is empty, so it's my wife and I. If you could just bring out your rig and you can come stay at our place, we're 20 minutes from the track.
All right, we might have to take you up on that at some point.
Then you don't have hotel costs. I'm just saying.
There you go.
That would get you
Our
there.
owner always appreciates that.
And we'll probably feed you good. I mean, we'll get some good Iowa-fed beef in you while you're out here, and we'll make you fat if you want to be.
They already complain I eat too much as it is. Don't do that.
We've been known to eat, that's for sure, out here. So every weekend we eat like pigs.
What else is big news out there in Ohio area?
Oh, I'm the wrong person to ask what the big news is. I mean, there's been all kinds of sprint car news. Just it's not Ohio related at this point, which is
it's been busy the last 2 days.
Yeah, I'll say there's all kinds of stuff going on. It's just not Ohio related.
Drivers let go, and crew chiefs getting let go, and
it's crazy.
Yeah,
drivers getting hired.
God, I don't think there's anything too exciting going on in Ohio yet. We're not quite done racing, so all the fun stuff's not happening yet.
Yeah, I agree. Usually, once the season's done, but heck, it's not done, and it's still happening for the high limits and outlaws. So
it's been one of those kind of years.
It has been. The silly season, as they call it, started early. It seemed like to me. But, well, when you start at Knoxville, that's pretty early.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But before we forget, Bud, I want to draw a little attention to the T-shirt I'm wearing tonight.
Yeah.
My sister, Dad passed away last winter. Been going through his stuff. Dad had an Aaron Crocker shirt. So Aaron Evernham now it is, right? I don't know when he got it. I don't think he ever wore it.
It's even signed.
It's even signed. It don't even have. The reason I say he's never wore it because there's no holes from cigarette burns. His dad smoked a lot.
No.
But I just thought it was a cool shirt, so I thought I got a couple more other ones I'm going to wear off and on here in the next couple weeks. I think that we found in the shed before we hang them in the rafters.
Do you are you kind of a history buff with racing or not really?
Oh man, I try to be. I love history. But I wasn't really into sprint cars until I started racing them. My family came from the road course side, so if it's earlier than the mid 2000s, I don't really know a whole lot.
Yeah. Do you when you did switch over, did you have a favorite guy or anything like that?
When I was younger, my favorite my whole career was Joey Saldana.
There you go. He's a good
That's
one
a good
to
one
like.
to have. Yep.
Yep. Joey was the guy. His cars, I always thought his cars looked cool. To me, Joey was he was the guy.
Who did we just have on last week that Joey gave him a car to ride?
That was Yep. Bear with me. I got it written down here somewhere. I'll remember
Son
it.
of a buck. I can't
Shane
remember.
Liebig.
Shane. Yeah, absolutely.
How can we forget that, bud? That was
Yeah.
just last week. See, we can't remember nothing. It's just so.
No wonder you couldn't remember when my interview was before.
No, hell no. We can't remember what we did last week, and we ain't making this crap up.
No.
So
We're like
anybody that's
half-brain
ever
dead.
met us and we can't think of your name, don't get upset. It's just the
Yeah.
brain don't work.
Two guys that don't drink and we can't remember a
No,
damn
maybe
thing.
we should start.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that would help or not, but but
who are your sponsors? Who are all your sponsors? And do you have some apparel that people can get?
The only thing I have left for apparel at this point in the year is 2X and 3X hoodies and hats. If they want any of that stuff, you can message me through my Instagram, through my personal Facebook, and we can get it squared away. Sponsors, I have a whole list of just great sponsors. Premier Planning Services, Jeff Ward Demolition, Primal Tea Shop, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, the Tony Elliott Foundation, FHS Oil, Griff's Racing Engines, FK Rod Ends, King Racing Products, Blue Stripe, Equipment Rental, Innovative Excavating, Simpson, FK Rod Ends, Berryman's Racing Shocks, Callie's, Power Cool Manufacturing, TI-64, SCS Gearbox. All those people let us go up and down the road, let us go race, and make it all possible for us.
Absolutely.
okay. After you went through that list, I have to ask because weird things go through my brain. I believe you said Jeff Ward Demolition, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, is that the really cool demolition, like where they put dynamite and stuff and blow whole buildings up, or do they just use excavators?
He uses excavators.
Okay. Because them videos to watch when you blow them buildings up, that's really cool.
It's pretty epic.
I'd love to tear a building apart with an excavator. I mean, I could get into wrecking things that way, but I wanted to ask just to clarify in my own little brain. Sorry.
And I maybe
No, he's been doing it for a while, and it's actually pretty funny. So like he's done excavating for as long as I know. So when I was trying to get in his car, I couldn't find anybody that had a phone number for him. So I'm like, well, I'll Google his business. Nothing. So I'm like, well, I'll look up pictures of his race car. I know the logo's on there. There's no phone number on the logo. So I'm like messaging people, and they're messaging their friends, just trying to get in contact with this guy. But yeah, Jeff's a great guy. He's a great car owner. Very grateful for the team I've ended up with. It's been a lot of fun the past few years racing with them. And I feel like Zach and I have really gotten the opportunity to show, what we can do as a team. And, we've got some really good crew guys. Chris and, Chad and Tony, have been helping us out the past couple of years. Everybody works really hard. All the girls, Erin, she's so helpful for me, and, just a really good person and good to me, and, takes care of me and makes sure my house is always clean, and, just really love her. And, and then Dana and, Heather, Judy, everybody, does just such a good job with our team. It's really fun. And it's just, honestly, it's like just racing with a big family all the time. And I appreciate it.
Yeah. That's what makes it enjoyable when you like
Yeah.
everybody works together like that. I wanted to ask too, and we won't keep you much longer. We'll go through some of our rapid fire questions here. But you said Zach he's been with you now for at least a couple of years. Have you guys been together for a while? I'm assuming he's your crew chief then?
Yeah, Zach Myers is my crew chief. We've been together 2019, I think. He actually came on board. We were both at the Lane Racing 4. We both got fired at the same time, and we came over to the Jeff Ward Motorsports 33W at the same time. So we've been racing together for quite a few years now.
So I have to ask, when you get fired and you go to a new team and you kick ass, does that make you feel really good?
It's definitely it's rewarding. That's for sure. Let's put it that way. It's very rewarding. I was worried. You go to a new team and you're worried that, you just, that's it. You don't succeed anymore. So we won 11 races our first season with Jeff. We won 8 or 9 last year, and then to put together this year where we've won 17 races it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
winning's always fun.
Always.
And what I was gonna say when you were mentioning all them people and everybody working together, that seems to go a long ways. I mean, if a basketball team or a football team, if it's a group of guys or whatever that all get along, it seems like you can go way further because you care about the other person and you play a little bit harder for them.
Yeah, I mean, so there's that, you care, and then there's just the fact that, everybody's working towards the same goal. Yep. And the goal's just to succeed. It just makes it easy when everybody's trying to succeed as a group. You're trying to succeed. Jeff, our car owner, is a huge part of the reason successful. And not just because he's the owner and he pays the bills, but because he's active in the shop too. He's out there with us. Jeff takes care of a lot of the simple jobs just to make sure that we don't have to worry about him. He's filling fuel jugs. He's making sure the trailer's stocked, making sure, stuff like brake clean, stuff like that's stocked in the shop. Like, he makes sure we have the supplies we need without us having to request them. And Zach and I have a routine when we go through the shop, like I typically do a lot of the maintenance, like I'm the turn from the ball housing and, greasing stuff, cleaning stuff. Zach's doing tire work, so we've got a pretty good routine that we work through, and, that's a big part of why that car is so successful.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it's a well-oiled machine that you got going there. Everybody's doing their job. Everybody's getting along. I can see why you're enjoying it. Besides the winning part, even. I mean, it's probably fun to show up at the shop.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I said, it's a good group of people. Jeff, the owner's great. Zach and I are Zach's a little bit younger than I, but we're close in age. We've got a similar sense of humor. And then our engine builder, Gary Griff, he's a great guy. He's been around racing forever, raced sprint cars and super modifieds and champ cars. God, he's really funny. He's got all kinds of great stories and one-liners, and it's a fun group of people to go race with.
Sounds like we should have the motor guy on.
Sounds like we should have the motor guy. I was gonna say he's got stories. We love stories.
Oh, he's got a story for everything.
We love having what we call them the legends.
Yeah.
A lot of times over the winter we'll try and get as many legends of racing as we can on, because they're not afraid to tell the true stories about how they cheated or whatever back in the day.
They don't have any sponsors to worry about anymore. So, you'll have to ask the Griff or whatever if he wants to be on the show. You see what he says sometime.
I'll say something to him. He'd probably be interested. He's a good guy. So him and I always kind of joke. I think he won I believe he was the 1985 Wayne County track champion in a sprint car. And I always, I've always told him I'd always one up him. So we won a race, I think at Fremont or somewhere. And, I made it he was the 1980 Wayne County track champion. So every time I get the opportunity, his track championship gets a little bit older. He always gets a good chuckle out of it.
Pretty soon he'll have won that back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Do we want to ask him these, or do you want to ask him your wife's?
I don't care. Let's just do those. We already answered half these. We talked about his favorite track and different things, and we'll maybe throw one of these in anyhow.
Sounds good.
We'll see if he remembers any of these rapid fire questions from the last time.
What's your favorite kind of ice cream?
Strawberry.
You know what we're going to do, bud? We should go back now and find the old episode and compare and see if he lied or changed his mind.
See if the answers have changed. I guarantee they have.
People change over a couple of years or more, so you never know. Cat or a dog person?
Oh, dog. I've got 3 of them.
Oh, what do you got for dogs? We always have to ask that too.
I've got 2 pit bulls, and then I have a Saint Bernard Mastiff mix.
Oh, good Lord! How big is that?
He's 100, and I think the other day I bet he was 145 pounds.
Woo! When you got to clean the yard up when he's done. You got to go out there with a skid loader.
Yeah, dude is massive.
Oh man. Do you have any hobbies other than racing?
Yeah, so I really like World War II history.
Oh,
That's actually
Attaboy.
that's where my name comes from. If you're curious, Cap is actually not my legal name. Um, my dad was or not my dad, I'm sorry. My great grandpa was a captain in the Army in World War II. I am named after him. His name was William Henry. My name was actually William Henry the Third. So they call captains Cap for short. So that's where Cap Henry comes from.
Oh,
that's awesome.
that's cool. Yeah, I love
Um,
that history stuff. We get to go to Fulkins, takes me to Pennsylvania now. He's been really nice to me. Gettysburg now has a World War II museum that opened up like 2 years ago, I think, and we went to that this past
really?
spring.
I didn't know that. That'd actually be super cool. I want to go out to Gettysburg anyways.
Yep.
Um,
Well, you better
Zach,
allow a couple, 3 days, because we did the Gettysburg, the Civil War part, the first year we went there. And I'll guarantee you I can go through that museum and see just as much stuff for the first time that I thought I saw originally, and I missed it all. Because there's a lot of stuff to look at.
you're pretty forgetful though. I don't know if
You
that's a
got
good
that
example.
right. But even my wife said she'd learn more when we went back. But it's worth the trip. It's really cool.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds really good. My other hobbies are I really enjoy I race slot cars during the winter, like 124 scale. I really enjoy I'll get on iRacing. But yeah, I actually I really enjoy learning. Like I said,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
lately on like old 80 car history. I enjoy that stuff. So that's typically my off time.
There you go.
What's the gentleman's name in Pella, bud?
Slick?
No,
What are you talking
the
about?
old cars.
Oh, I don't know.
Bud! We met an old gentleman down in Pella. He's like restoring Mario Andretti's midget car and stuff like that.
Oh, that's pretty
If
cool.
you ever go to Knoxville, we could hook you up with a tour of that place too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
So
Bella's 14 miles away.
Yeah, we can run the nationals
Sean?
every year.
No. We might come up with it before the questions are over. Just give us time.
What is this your? This is
How about a favorite movie?
Senna, Lords of Dogtown, and the Boondock Saints.
I don't think I've watched any of them.
I haven't.
Oh, you're killing me. I mean, the last two I could see, like they're kind of odd movies, but Senna's pretty cool. It's a Formula One movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched some Formula One movies. There's been several of them over the years, but I don't remember that one. I'd probably watched it and I forgot, so I'd have to see it and then it's like, oh, I remember seeing this part.
I'll be
honest. Yeah, I mean, I fully believe that at this point.
You should. We ain't making this crap up.
I don't watch many movies. I just watch sports. Snow or rain?
Oh God, neither. Is that an option?
Yep,
Yeah,
there you go.
That's a choice.
Probably snow. I like indoor season for racing, so we'll go with snow.
There you go. If you were going to be stranded on an island, what type of music would you have to listen to?
God, probably rock and roll music. You don't want anything sad. You're already stranded on an island.
Sure. So we at least going back like the 80s rock or this new stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I like Motley Crue, like read all the Nikki Sixx's books and stuff like that. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Favorite place to go out to eat?
Texas Roadhouse.
Yep.
Yep,
Can't go wrong with that.
That's like the most common.
Yep. Well, you can't go wrong there.
No, the buns.
Yep. How about a favorite holiday?
Christmas.
How many speeding tickets do you have?
I think I have 3 or 4 ever since I got my license. I lost my license twice before I turned 18.
We can't tell you how many race car drivers have most of their tickets before they're 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took my license twice before I turned 18, and I think actually I got one this summer. I had to borrow my crew chief's car. I'm still driving it. I shouldn't act like I've turned it in. my regular car, the motor blew up in it. So he had an extra car that it was his wife's old car. She just got a new one. I started driving it, and I think it was the first week I got a speeding ticket in that time.
Oh, that's because you weren't used to it. It was
Yeah, that's what
different.
we'll go with.
Oh, the wife is commenting about our forgetfulness, bud.
Yeah.
She says we're not that bad, but she's just being nice. She said that with a laughy
Yeah.
face thing.
I say I don't think you're that good either.
We're not good at anything.
Well, talking. I can
You
bullshit.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
why you
are.
brought me on the show, bud.
That's right.
Let's see, where are we at? What's the fastest you've ever driven down the highway or ridden in a car with somebody else?
Oh God, maybe probably 90 or 100 mile an hour.
Oh,
That's all the fastest I've ever gone. So
see, I can remember Shane
Yeah.
Liebig last week.
he was
Liebig was
Liebig.
over 200.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, we
no way!
remember that.
Not on a public road. There's no possible way.
So, have you remembered any of these questions?
Not yet. No.
Hey,
We're
see,
doing
you
good.
ain't any damn smarter than we are. Let's throw in a new one then. Do you have any unusual routines before a race? Is there a certain something you have to do each night before a race?
Yeah, I kind of broke all of them this year.
And
So
you only
it
won
got to the
17
point.
races.
Yeah, so it got to the point where I'm like, man, maybe we're good enough. I don't have to do all this silly stuff. It used to be like I used to have to eat like Laffy Taffy on race day, and like I had to go eat Arby's for lunch, and like I'm pretty sure at this point I don't do any of it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Actually, Arby's is a good place to go.
Yeah. So
One more of the new ones. How about a hidden talent? You have some? Are you like a great closet singer or something that is there something else you're really good at besides racing?
I can wiggle my ears.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Man, like I was in a tryout choir in high school, but like I really wasn't good at singing. I just really liked the teacher. I think she just felt bad for me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say she was cute.
No. No, like I don't like. I'll be honest. Like if this race car thing hadn't really worked out, like typical sports and stuff, like I can't really run, throw, or catch, so I was kind of screwed in that aspect.
Good thing you picked up racing then.
Yeah, like if this racing thing didn't work out, like I was going to be greeting people at Walmart.
No,
We ain't far from that, bud.
It's still a job.
Yep, it pays. Say, I don't know, bud. Some Dan, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, but he said, "Hi guys, love the podcast." I don't know. How would you guess on that last name, bud? In case Cap knows him.
Hunkil.
Hunkil? Okay.
So,
I don't know. But anyways,
well, Cap, we really appreciate you coming on the show
for a second time.
Yeah, it was a quick response, and I really appreciate that. Just so you know, it's not always the case with race car drivers. So we really appreciate that. We really appreciate your time, and it's been a lot of fun finding more out about you.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
We'll
Have a great race this weekend, and good luck next year.
Yep. Thank you guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.